Assalamualaikum dear students. Last time हमने पढ़ा था w.b.cs, a brief introduction about the w.b.cs. जो आज का टॉपिक है that is related with the w.b.cs, मगर जो हमें आज पढ़ना है that is the differential leukocyte count, simply the DLC. इसका मतलब क्या है? Different types of w.b.cs. So here the WBCs are broadly classified in the two categories. Number first one is the granulocytes, and number next is the agranulocytes. Depends upon the presence and the absence of granules in their cytoplasm. अगर इनके साइटोप्लाज्म में ग्रैन्युलस प्रेजेंट है, ग्रैन्युलस का मतलब है छोटी छोटी दाने जैसे, स्मॉल ग्रैन्युलस, ग्रेन लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स. अगर ये ग्रैन्युल्स इनके साइटोप्लाज्म में प्रेजेंट है, then those WBCs have been termed as granulocytes. However, if the granules are absent in their cytoplasm, then these WBCs has been termed as agranulocytes. So that means WBCs are classified into two broad categories. First one is the granulocytes and number next is the agranulocytes. तो granulocytes क्या होते हैं? Here those WBCs which possess granules in their cytoplasm, while as agranulocytes are those WBCs where the granules are absent in their cytoplasm. Now moving towards their next point. अब जो ये granulocytes है, चूंकि यहाँ पे granules भी है इनके साइटोप्लाज्म में, in addition to that जो इनका न्यूक्लियस होता है, it is not entire, rather it is lobed or lobulated. Lobulated means यहां पे जो इनका न्यूक्लियस होता है, that possesses many lobes, just like this is one lobe, this is second lobe, this one is the third lobe, this one is the another lobe. So here the lobes may be either the two or many. So that means the shape of their nucleus it varies, depends upon the presence of the lobes. So accordingly, these granulocytes have also been termed as polymorphonuclear leukocytes. Poly means many, morpho means shape, न्यूक्लियर मीन्स न्यूक्लियस, मीन्स यहाँ पे न्यूक्लियस के डिफरेंट शेप्स हो सकते हैं. आइदर दीज में बी शबाश क्या बाइलोब्ड और दीज में बी शबाश क्या मल्टीलोब्ड. सो दैट इज व्हाई दे हैव बीन टर्म्ड एज पॉलीमॉर्फोन्यूक्लियर ल्यूकोसाइट्स. मीन्स यहंदिस न्यूक्लियस आसान वारिया शेप्स. Accordingly they have been termed as polymorphonuclear leukocytes. While as on the other side, in case of the agranulocytes, here the nucleus is entire, just like this, जो normally cells में present होता है. So that means यहाँ पे lobulated nucleus नहीं होता है. Here the nucleus is entire. So that means nucleus की यहाँ पे एक ही shape बनती है. So that is why these agranulocytes have been termed as mononuclear leukocytes. मोनो का मतलब है सिंगल, यहां पे एक ही शेप होती है न्यूक्लियस की. दैट इज व्हाई द मोनोन्यूक्लियर ल्यूकोसाइट्स, व्हाइल एज agranulocytes are polymorphonuclear leukocytes. Now both the agranulocytes as well as the granulocytes, they have been classified further depending upon the stage. So first of all, in case of the granulocytes, these granulocytes has been classified into the three types. First one is the acidophilus, number next is the basophilus, and number third one is the neutrophilus. Depends upon the stain they absorb. यम को stain absorb करना, यम करना acidic stain तो acidophilus, अगर यमो basic stain absorb करो तो basophilus, अगर यमो neutral stain absorb करो then they have been termed as neutrophilus. So likewise, the agranulocytes has been classified into the two types. First one is the monocytes and the next one is the lymphocytes. But both these two, monocytes as well as the lymphocytes, these are basophilic in nature. Basophilic, because both the agranulocytes, they takes up the basic state. So that means in general, broadly we have classified the w.b.cs in the two types, granulocytes as well as agranulocytes. But in depth, but in general, these are actually the five types. Number first one is acidophilus, number next is the basophilus, number third one is the neutrophilus, number fourth one is the monocytes, and number fifth one is the lymphocytes. इसी को हम कहते हैं different types of w.b.cs, and this terms our differential leukocyte count या simply DLC. So now अब हमें पता चला कि w.b.cs के 5 types हैं: acidophilus, basophilus, neutrophilus, monocytes as well as the lymphocytes. Now let us study them one by one. Shabash. So let's study the different types of w.b.cs one by one. Let's first take the neutrophilus. These neutrophilus, these are the most abundant types of the w.b.cs. That means जो इनकी percentage है, it varies near about 65. It is near about 65% of the total w.b.cs. And their size, it varies between 10 to 15 micrometer in their diameter. That means जो इनका size है, that is between the 10 to 15 micrometer. And these neutrophils, these are, that means their nucleus is multilobed. Just like this. That means यहाँ पे बहुत सारे lobes पाए जाते हैं, 1 2 3 4 5 6, और यहाँ पे the number of the lobes, it varies from 2 to 7. So that means it is multilobed. So that is why the neutrophils have, इनके जो इनका जो nucleus है उसको हम कहते हैं it is a multilobed nucleus, and it appears horseshoe shaped. इस न्यूक्लियस को हम कहते हैं horseshoe shaped nucleus or C shaped nucleus, but it is multilobed. Now, what's the function of neutrophils? The main function of the neutrophils is phagocytosis. That means these are phagocytic in nature. These are phagocytic in nature. Means they engulfs the foreign particles. अगर कहाँ particles सानी body मंस आओ, अगर कहाँ pathogen सानी body मंस आओ, they leaks out from the blood vessel to the site of the infection and engulfs those foreign particles, engulfs those pathogens or germs. Even they engulfs our damaged body cells. So that means, Shabas kya? These are phagocytic in nature to clean up the environment. To clean up the environment or to clean up the infection. So that means these are phagocytic in nature. So it's the first type of WBC, that is a neutrophil. Now, moving towards another type of WBC, that is basophil. Basophilus. These basophilus has been so named because they take up B16 और ये B16 कौन सी है? For example, methylene blue. Methylene blue is a B16 और यही B16 ये WBCS absorb करते हैं. That is why they have been termed as basophilus. और जो इनकी percentage है, it is very low. That means their percentage is 0.3%. And their size is similar to that of the neutrophils. That means their size ranges between 10 to 15 centimeter in diameter. Whereas the shape of the nucleus, it is not lobed, rather it is somewhat irregular. It is somewhat irregular or it is S-shaped, just like this. So this is the shape of the nucleus in case of basophilus. Here the nucleus is irregular or somewhat S-shaped. But their main function is these basophilus, they resembles with the mast cells of connective tissue, जो आप लोगों ने already पढ़ा है. These basophilus, they secrete two chemicals. Number first one is heparin, and number next is histamine. यानी यम छ chemical secrete करन, heparin as well as histamine. Heparin, as you know, already know, that means these heparins, these are anticoagulants. Anticoagulant, they prevent the coagulation within blood vessels. Whilst the number next, histamine, it's a vasodilator. Vasodilator means it causes the vasodilation upon the infection. Means when there is an infection to our tissue, these basophils, they get stimulated and this at that time they secrete the histamine. Histamine acts upon our wall of the blood vessels, makes them dilate, and when the vasodilation occurs, they become very thin as well as they become more permeable. और जब वो more permeable बन जाते हैं, that is why from the blood vessels there comes out the neutrophils, which are phagocytic in nature, and they engulfs the foreign particle or they engulfs the pathogen to clean up the environment. So that means their function is interlinked. The basophilus, they cause the vasodilation to arrive the neutrophils upon the site of the infection to clean up the environment, to kill the pathogens, to engulf the pathogens. So these are the two types of WBCs. Now moving towards another type of the WBC, that is acidophilus. So now the third type of WBC, that is acidophilus. Their percentage, first of all, their percentage is near about 2.7%. That means these are much higher than the basophilus. Now, why they have been termed as acidophilus? Because they take up the acidic stain. And the example of the acidic stain is eosin, because of the acidic stain, like the eosin. That is why, since they take up the eosin stain, that is why the acidophilus has been termed as eosinophilus. Because they take up the acidic stain. So that means the acidophilus have also been termed as eosinophilus. Now moving towards their size. The size is similar to that of the basophilus as well as the neutrophilus. This size basophilin as well as neutrophilin so this size acidophilin. So that means their size varies between 10 to 15 micrometer in their diameter. However, their nucleus, it is bilobe. It is bilobe. Just like this. मीन्स यहां पे न्यूक्लियस से खाली दो लोब्स होते हैं, एक लोब and this is second lobe, and these are linked together by means of an strand that's called as isthmus. So since the nucleus possesses the two lobes, that is why their nucleus is bilobe. So acidophilus are bilobe. Now moving towards their function. The important function of the acidophilus is these are antihistaminic in nature. That means they prevent the secretion of histamine from the basophilus. Case yem satnas infection khatam go توتانس हिस्टामाइन नि जरूरत नस توتان तम करान vasodilation तो जब neutrophils तो तम करान engulf तम करान phagocytosis. Now when the infection is over, there is no need of the histamines, there is no need of now neutrophils. So this vasodilation is prevented by the acidophilus. That means they prevent the release of the histamines now. So that is why these are antihistaminic in nature. So that is the third type of the WBC, which is acidophil. Now moving another type of the WBC, that is monocytes. That's the fourth type. Monocytes. The percentage of monocytes is near about 6%, whereas their size is large as compared to the other WBCs. In other words, we can say the monocytes are the largest WBCs क्योंकि इनका size है near about 22 micrometer in their diameter. That means इनका size बड़ा होता है. However, their nucleus is entire, not loop, because they falls under the agranulocytes. जो हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किया है, जो एग्रेनुलोसाइट्स है वहां पे न्यूक्लियस इज एंटायर, नॉट लोअर. तो हियर द न्यूक्लियस इज एंटायर, but the size of the WBC of this type of the WBCs is much larger than the other types. So that is why the monocytes have been termed as largest WBCs. And their function resembles with the neutrophils, means these are also phagocytic in nature, means they also perform the phagocytosis. Yeah, they engulf the foreign particle, they engulf the pathogen, they engulf the germs. So that means their function resembles with the neutrophils. वो भी phagocytes होते हैं और ये भी phagocytic होते हैं, बट वो granulocytes पे belong करते हैं, ये agranulocytes पे belong करते हैं. In addition to that, जो monocytes है इनका साइज बड़ा होता है, that means their size is 22 micrometer, while the size of the neutrophils जो हमने अभी डिस्कस किया, उनका साइज, जो न्यूट्रोफिल्स का साइज होता है वो होता है 10 to 15 माइक्रोमीटर. फंक्शन इनकी सेम है, फैगोसाइटिक इन नेचर, बट दे डिफरेंट इन देयर साइज. न्यूट्रोफिल्स छोटे होते हैं, मोनोसाइट्स बड़े होते हैं. सो बिकॉज ऑफ देयर difference in their size, the neutrophils have been termed as macrophages. माइक्रो का मतलब है छोटा, स्मॉल, फेज का मतलब है टू ईट, वो सेल जो एनगल्फ करते हैं. चूंकि न्यूट्रोफिल्स का साइज कम होता है, उनको हम कह सकते हैं माइक्रोफेजेस, while as the size of the monocytes is quite larger than the neutrophils. That is why हम इनको कह सकते हैं मैक्रोफेजेस. मैक्रो का मतलब है बड़ा, because of their huge size. Otherwise, the function is similar to that of the neutrophils. ये बड़े होते हैं और न्यूट्रोफिल्स छोटे होते हैं. That is why इनको हम कह सकते हैं मैक्रोफेजेस, इनको हम कह सकते हैं माइक्रोफेजेस. So this is the difference between the neutrophils as well as the monocytes. Now moving towards the last WBC, that is the lymphocyte. Lymphocytes. The percentage of lymphocytes, it is near about 26%. While as the size of the lymphocytes, it varies between 5 to 15 micrometer. That means ये छोटे होते हैं as compared to monocytes, और इनका न्यूक्लियस भी एंटायर होता है. Now their function. The function of the lymphocytes is to produce antibodies. As well as killer cells against the pathogens, or foreign particles, or against the antigens. So in other words, we can say they produce the soldiers to defend our body from the pathogens, from the foreign particles, as well as from the antigens. So These are the different types of WBCs. और इसी को हम कह सकते हैं डिफरेंशियल ल्यूकोसाइट काउंट. और इसे हमें पता चला that means the WBCs are 5 types. Number first, acidophils. Number next is basophils. Number third one is neutrophils. Number fourth one is monocytes. And number fifth one is lymphocytes. So these are the different types of WBCs. The percentage of the acidophils is 2.7%. The percentage of the basophils is 0.3%. Neutrophils की percentage 65%. Monocytes की percentage 6%. While as lymphocytes की percentage 26%. कुल मिला के it becomes the 100%. So while as these, the first three, they belongs to the granulocytes, as already discussed, while as these two, they belongs to the agranulocytes. That means granulocytes यहाँ पे ज्यादा है और जो इनकी परसेंटेज है that is a 68%, while as the agranule की परसेंटेज है 32%, as is evident from this board. So that means we have the different types of WBCs. इसी को हम कह सकते हैं differential leukocytes count.